Hello students, UPSC Mains exam is going to happen in another few days and many of you might be preparing for this examination, and in this particular video I wanted to talk about some important tips about this year examination and also some of the frequently asked topics which we can revise at the last moment so that we can have a better chance to fetch better marks in the UPSC Mains examination. So let's first look at the schedule this year. If you look at the schedule, that is we have more time for preparing for the optional paper. That is, if you look at the schedule, friends, from September 23rd to almost like to September 27 or 26, you can prepare for optional paper only, and one day you can allot it for preparing exclusively on this language paper. Why I would be saying that is very important is, friends, many of the UPSC aspirants like during prelims examination, like how students are performing in CSAT paper, same goes with this language paper in UPSC mains exam. So what I would be advising you is at least spend that one day in that holiday for that language paper, because if you look at the qualifying marks here, we need to get minimum 25 percentage. That means it is very simple. Regarding English paper, especially the compulsory paper, you can do easily one essay writing and then one letter writing and precise writing. If you do this properly, you will be getting that qualifying mark very easily. And the same goes well for regional language paper which you have chosen. But what I would be advising is, please kindly read 1 or 2 days the regional newspapers which is coming in your region, so that you get adapted to the language vocabulary without writing any spelling mistakes in the regional language paper, because that will seriously derail your marks and even chances of getting qualified in the language paper. So that is one caution I wanted to take and share it with you, friends, because many of the serious aspirants have been unable to qualify in this language paper in the past. Okay, let's now look at the optional paper. Since I said already, you have almost a week for preparing optional paper, so don't take the tension now. Focus yourself more on preparing how you will be performing your essay. So you can allot one day, look at some of the UPSC toppers answer copy essay. We have also made some video on that. You can look at that also. We'll be sharing that link in our description box. Go through that in your free time. Additionally, try to have a proper structure for the philosophical essay, which is going to be very crucial. So go with very well ready-made proverbs, quotes, current affairs, gist, and multiple dimensions in the essay to get better marks. And coming to GS paper, friends, as you know very well, this is going to be the crucial thing in your total mains examination. Among the four GS papers, I would say ethics is going to be the easy, low-hanging fruit actually to fetch better marks. What I would be saying is, while writing the ethics, try to allocate major attention on your case studies and try to complete it in a better manner. Then come to the theory segment and try to perform the theories by writing many as current affairs examples and moral thinkers examples in your answers to fetch maximum marks. And coming to other three GS papers, that is GS paper 1, paper 2, paper 3. So in this particular three papers, I would be saying try to attend all the questions, do your time management very well, because the time management will be a serious problem only in ethics paper. So try to manage your time very well. So try to write your answers in that limited time which you wanted to write, and don't overwrite or overperform in any of the answers, friends. Even if you write an average answers, by completing all the answers you will be getting a very good rank even of IAS cadre also of your choice. But many of the students, those who are unable to clear mains in the past, the serious mistake which they have done is that overperforming for some of the questions which they know very well and spending maximum time and energy in the questions which they know very well, and doing some less time management for the questions even though they know something which they can write and get some average marks which they would have missed in the examination due to lack of time management. So please try to manage your time very well inside the examination, because what is very important is, even though every one of us wanted to write a very good quality answers and the best answers in India in this examination, that having such dream is well and good, but what is very practical and important is trying to complete the paper, because every question carries equal marks, so allot equal time for all the questions. That is one thing seriously I wanted to share in this video, friends. Apart from that, while looking at the other things, especially for this year answer writing technique which I wanted to share in this video is, you know very well, whenever you write an answer, please have a proper structure. And what is very important is, in the structure, the IBC format, that is introduction, body and conclusion, And more than that, whenever you write any sentences in the answer, please try to be stay very simple. Don't use any big jargons and show your academic skill and your research capabilities and expertise in the answer writing, which is not at all required. Try to write a simple English which even a common layman can understand. That is what they are expecting. And more than that, what way you can impress them is trying to bring in various case studies, examples, diagrams, data, articles, Supreme Court judgments, and government schemes in whichever GS paper, wherever it is required. I would say try to incorporate all these techniques. And additionally, you would have studied a lot. I know you very well, you would have studied a lot of magazines as well as newspapers. What is very important is you should try to use that whatever you have studied for the examination, the current affairs, in the appropriate answers wherever you can use it as an example from current affairs. So use your current affairs knowledge very nicely in the examination answers wherever it is required. Additionally, friends, what I would be saying is, you know very well, adding dimensions in our answer is very important. And when it comes to writing dimensions, I would be saying please bring in the temporal dimension, that is the past, present, future, and that is the historical dimension, which we will say, in addition to bringing in all the social and economic dimension, which is going to be very crucial in most of your answers. So try to bring in the social economic dimensions in maximum part of our answers, and try to bring in the current affairs relevant examples. And whenever you draw diagrams, make sure you are coming out with varieties of diagrams, map based diagrams, graph based diagrams. So even the data also try to incorporate the genuine authentic data. And whenever you are writing a Supreme Court judgment, please write it in the appropriate manner. That is the Kesavananda Bharati case versus Union of India, the appropriate year. So if whenever you are writing such kind of judgments, the year should be written, the versus whom it should be written in that manner only. If it is written, you will be getting that relevant marks for that whatever value addition you are doing your answers, friends. Okay, fine. Now let's come and look at some of the last minute, some few areas, a few topics, what I would be advising you to look upon and revise it, because these are some of the topics which we have analyzed by looking at the UPSC's last 10-year mains paper. And if you look at it in case of Indian art and heritage, friends, UPSC most of the times they are asking especially questions related to temple architecture only. So focus your revision on that 11th standard introduction to Indian art NCRT once. Try to bring in the revision component of temple architecture, especially Nagara and Dravidian architecture differences. Try to revise it once with clarity, and try to look at some of the diagrams which you can add in here. And even look at some of the important dynasties such as Vijayanagara dynasty, and then Chera Chola Pandya dynasty from Tamil Nadu. So these dynasties, many a times they have asked art and culture questions in these segments. And whenever they are asking any literature segment, try to revise some literature segments. If you could recall, try to perform that answer. Otherwise, also try to address it how much you can know in this art and cultural component. And coming to modern history, friends, here modern history, the frequently asked topic is the movements significantly, especially with respect to non-cooperation movement, civil disobedience movement, quit Indian movement. They're asking plenty lot of questions in the background. Either you will be required to write it directly or indirectly. So if you're writing it indirectly, please bring it through various examples of these movements in your answer to fetch maximum marks. And coming to leaders, please look at some of the especially the RSS Hindutva BJP based leaders, starting from Sardar Vallabhai Patel to other leaders which are relevant for them. Revise them, because from that segment only they are asking a lot of questions here. And coming to world history, here the revolution segments such as Industrial Revolution, and then American Revolution, French Revolution. So these segments and the Russian Revolution, you can revise it once, so that if questions come here, because here the number of questions is very less, so don't try to get any last minute hurry berry by revising this segment. If you have done already reading on world history, look at this revolution once for your revision. And even the same goes with post independence, because here they are not asking lot of questions. So don't take any last minute hurry berry or tension from these topics. If any questions come, see how much you can try to write it in your IBC format, and try to present your answers in a point wise. Whenever a 10 marker question, I usually say try to write a maximum of 10 points. 15 marker, a maximum of 15 points to fetch maximum marks in the UPSC mains exam. Okay, coming to society component, here the frequently asked topic is the issues related to women only. So try to have a look about the gender issues, because even this year the Kolkata rape issue and lot of issues concerning women's safety is frequently coming. So please look at the protection of sexual harassment, that is against what are the Supreme Court judgments starting from Vishaga guidelines. Also look at some of the various provisions we are having in India and recommendations we are having, and facts related to gender is very very important, not only for society in total GS paper 1, in other areas also they can ask questions, friends. And coming to geography, please look at the disaster this year due to Wayanad floods. Disaster can be one of the frequently asked question, especially the question on flood can be this year expected. So look at some of the diagrams which you can draw and have some proper preventive strategy as well as post mitigation strategy that dimension in your answers for disaster management. Now coming to GS paper 2, constitution and polity, here the most important component is federalism. Here the issues concerning GST and the fiscal federalism can be asked more in the question. So please look at that. And coming to governance, here you can focus more on the role of civil services and governance reforms. What I would be saying is, please look at the second ERC important GISTA recommendations and try to incorporate in your GS paper 2 answers to fetch maximum marks, friends. Now coming to social justice, please revise the schemes which are important for vulnerable sections. And international relations, this year due to the Bangladeshi some internal issues have happened in that country. So issues concerning the safety of Indians or India's relationship with Bangladesh can be asked. And even there is Sri Lanka is going for election now, so questions concerning that can be asked. And one more thing is with respect to China, because again a border meeting has happened very recently. So with these things, please look at the India China, India Bangladesh, India Sri Lanka relations ones, which can be asked this year, friends. Now coming to GS paper 3, coming to the economic component, please have a full revision of GST, the concept basics and the diagrams and the recommendations concerning it and the issues, challenges concerning it with the data. That is very important. And also try to look at how to improve the farmers' income in India. Look at the schemes which are concerning farmers in India and what are the challenges and implementations, because questions concerning that is coming more in GS paper 3 component. So try to revise and remember many of the schemes which you have read for, especially agriculture. And coming to science and technology, friends, I would advise you to revise your stress maximum on space technology and even the artificial intelligence technologies. Multiple utilities applications can be asked. So please have a quick revision on those facts. And coming to environment, again if issues concerning environment, they can ask issues related to climatic change. So the impact of climatic change, have a look at that, especially the recent UNFCCC outcomes. And coming to internal security, this year the internal security concerns are mainly concerning related to the northeastern borders. So especially the Manipur violence can be related in a manner, and that can be asked in the question. And with respect to border management, with respect to China only, we are facing a problem. Otherwise, there is a infiltration of drugs, people, and other black money is getting generated in case of India Bangladesh border. That can be asked in the examination. So have a quick revision and diagrams and facts related to that. And coming to GS paper 4, here I would say give your maximum attention on revising, especially the thinker segment, because you need to show to the examiner you have read some thinkers in the theory segment. So use that very wisely in your answers and try to look for more examples how you can incorporate in case of ethics from your personal life, as well as from IAS IPS officers, as well as from various issues which you have read in newspaper. Please try to think very appropriately and include wherever it is possible in the ethics answers. Reason being that you can get maximum marks in your answers, friends. So with this, I wanted to say very all the best for you for this coming year examination. So do well and try to manage your time very wisely inside the examination, all friends, because managing the time only will be one of the important challenge. So take the pen which you have practiced for these many years or days, that will suit you. And additionally, what I would say before concluding is, see, whenever you are giving this examination, please follow the thumb rule. The usual thumb rule will be what previously my mentors will be saying over the years is the same thing which I wanted to say in this video is also that, see, among the aspirants who are going to write UPSC mains examination, at least half of them, they are not actually understanding the question. and another half of them who are understanding the question, at least another that the 50 percentage, another 25 percentage, they are not even that is addressing the question properly with respect to whatever is asked in the question. And the third most important thing is, among those who have understood and addressed that what is asked in the question and what they needed to write, and the third most important thing is writing only what is required in the question in each and every line, and staying within the theme of that in from top to bottom in our answer. That is, in simple word, I would say, attack the question from starting line, from the intro to the conclusion, and show to the examiner you are writing only what is asked in the question. And that I would say will be one of the honest quality which will make many aspirants to clear this mains examination. Okay, friends, and one more thing which we wanted to announce is that for the upcoming year 2025 who are preparing, we are already doing a mentorship batch. Those of you who are interested in this program, we have given the details in this video, and in the description box we have given the registration form. If you are interested, you can register for that program. So thank you, friends. Those of you writing mains this year, so try to perform well and don't need to take any tensions, I would say. Give your best, because this is an opportunity which you have been waiting for this 1 year. So you don't need to take any tensions for that. Think like an opportunity and see that what is important is writing an answer for all the questions, and don't write anything irrelevant. Try to write what you can relate it to the question in a meaningful way through various examples. So with this, I wanted to say all the best. We'll meet again in a new video, friends. Thank you.